gentlemen, welcome to the village of Red Hook. This year we celebrate 100 years of the Red Hook Fire Department and the Tivoli Fire Department. A nice round of applause for our hosts. My name is Mark Molinaro. I'm the county executive. I'll be your, cruise director throughout the rest of this parade. We're joined by a number of elected officials, but because they are truly our hosts and they have something special to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the mayors of Red Hook and Tivoli, Ed Blundell and Joel Griffith.
Hey, good evening, good afternoon. Looks like the heat might go just enough. We're worried before, but we do have Village Hall open for some restrooms. If you can hear me far enough away to hear the speakers. And we do have a cooling center in there if you are feeling too much heat. But that being said, this is 100 years and we've been about a year in planning this thing. It's been really exciting, and the villages working together are really in debt to our volunteer fire folks. And up on the stage we have different elected officials and other folks from Volunteer Fire Association behind us. And like you know, many years ago, 1919, we wonder what was going on in this valley, that they both formed in the same year. And we do know that one of the great attributes of villages are that they do have fire departments. And they keep us all safe year in, year out. And you do see them riding up and down, and it's all volunteer, so today is for them. With that being said, I'll pass it off to Tivoli for a quick word, because the parade is coming closer.
Thank you, Ed. Hi folks, I'm Village of Tivoli Mayor Joel Griffith, and is anyone from Tivoli here? Okay, now I know that we are not in our village today, but that's all right. We know our village, we love our village, and it's so great to be here in the village of Red Hook. And this town has two great villages, and it's a wonderful town, and we've got some great fire departments, and it's just wonderful. 100 years. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Nice round of applause to both of them. Thank you for hosting us today. Happy 100th birthday to both companies. We're joined this afternoon by Red Hook Town Supervisor Robert McKeon, Town Justices Jonah Treewasser and Tom Mansfield, County Legislator Chris Munn, and throughout the kickoff of the parade, officers from the Dutchess County Volunteer Firefighters Association will join us on stage as the parade finds its way heading down Route 9 through the village of Red Hook. The parade today is led in part by the Village of Red Hook Police Department. That's all you get to know about that. Ed, how many members of the volunteer of the Red Hook Police Department? 14 members of the Red Hook Police Department, keeping the village and its neighbors safe. Would you join me in a nice round of applause to our friends in law enforcement at the village of Red Hook Police Department? Fun fact, do you have one? No, sit down. Sit down, you're not allowed. Sit down. Sit down, you're not allowed. Just tell me.
Folks, I'm Red Hook Town Supervisor Robert McKeon. I thought I would give you a fun fact for today. The villages, both of them are wonderful villages, were formed for the express purpose of creating the fire companies 100 years ago. So it was actually the fire companies that were the instigator of having two villages. So we celebrate with all the dedicated men and women of both companies.
Yes, yeah. The fun thing about local history is if it's told many times over and over again, it is in fact history. Many of the fire departments, actually nearly all of the fire departments you can see today are all volunteer. You'll see other apparatus, you'll see emergency responders that serve throughout Dutchess County. This is an annual convention, Red Hook again hosting it, and of course corresponds, as you know, with our 100th anniversary of both the Tivoli and Red Hook Fire Departments. So again, leading the parade, the Red Hook Police Department. Tom, you have a fun fact? Jonah has a fun fact.
Yeah, we should go over here.
Slowing it down a bit. Try my best. Gentlemen, you are able to join us. We're invited on stage. We're joined this afternoon by Dutchess County District Attorney Bill Grady is with us, along with Dutchess County Clerk Brad Kendall. There's a gap in the parade, so we're waiting. Come on up, come on. The volunteer firefighters.
There's a gap between the sheriff's office, right? You got a big gap between the sheriff's office.
Joel, do you think folks here knew that Tivoli was, in fact, once two villages? The village of Madeline, the village of Tivoli. One burned the other one down. Yes, 1872. 2022, the village of Tivoli will celebrate its centennial. I figured that out. Sarsaparilla? It's a bit of gap, as with most parades, and those of us who march in them know it all too well. There's a bit of a gap, so they're slowing down to let folks catch up. Today's parade marshal, you probably know him. We all love him. And if you don't know him, you've shopped with him. Ladies and gentlemen, former Dutchess County Car 11, Sandy Williams, accompanied by Dave Fell, great old vehicle. Sandy and the Williams family, been tremendously generous to the community. We're very, very grateful. Our parade marshal, former County Car 11, Sandy Williams. Followed closely, but not too closely, by the officers of the Dutchess County Volunteer Firemen's Association. First we didn't have enough, now we have too many. What are you driving there? 1934 Ford. Emergency one from Hyde Park, right? But Dave Fell. Grateful to all of those. The Firefighting Museum of Dutchess County. Also at the county, officers, members of the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office, led by Sheriff Butch Anderson. They are our lead color guard. Very, very grateful to the Sheriff's Office for being here with us today. Volume needs to go up. Today, the Sheriff's Office color guard is led by Captain John Watterson. Thank you for coming, John. Another fun fact, the Sheriff of Dutchess County was supposed to announce the parade with me. We were going to have John do it, but clearly he didn't want to. Captain John Watterson, Dutchess County Sheriff's Office. Of course, our official color guard this afternoon, members of the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office. Hey, Robert. Fun fact, the oldest standing offices of any county government in the state of New York are two. The sheriff and the clerk, however, was originally the sheriff and the clerk's job to collect taxes. The clerk collected the taxes, the sheriff came if you did not pay them. Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women of the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office Color Guard. And as they pass, ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for our hosts today, the men and women of the Red Hook Fire Company, all volunteers serving the people of Red Hook for 100 years. The Red Hook Fire Company is led by Chief Fell. You'll see a number of vehicles, including a 1929 Buffalo, but the fire company is led by the Albany Pipe Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-volunteer members of the 100-year-old Red Hook Fire Company.
2 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 below zero, 20 below zero, and 85 degrees. So thanks so much, you guys and women of our great fire company, fire department. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dedicated volunteers of the Red Hook Fire Company, once again, will you... And you see all the apparatus that they have to maintain on a daily basis. Calls themselves. Think about that in a 365-day year. They're getting up in the middle of the night and going after their job. The great news this week is that someone volunteers and both
And again, we're very grateful to our hosts, the Red Hook Fire Company, the following led by the local official Michael John Band, the Tivoli Fire Department. Now, of course, the Tivoli Fire Department, like Red Hook, as you now know, is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Of course, this year comes with unfortunate tragedy, so we are first going to send out an appreciation to all the fire departments and individuals from really throughout the country that have extended their support and friendship to the Tivoli Fire Department as they recover from the loss of several vehicles and significant damage to their firehouse. As a 25-year member of the Tivoli Fire Department myself, I can tell you we are all Tivoli proud, Tivoli strong, and they will rebuild. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the Tivoli Fire Department all volunteer for 100 years, led by the Columbia District Michael Drums Band. You'll see two of the vehicles still in service with the company, the 1957 Maxim and 6612 Intruder. The Tivoli Fire Department led by Chief Mark Hildenbrand.
Folks, as you know, in the village of Tivoli, we have the most robust, strong, expanding, proud, and loyal fire company. And when we say Tivoli backwards, as you all know, we say I love it. One of the many things we love is our fire department. And yes, we had a little setback earlier this summer. However, we also learned during that experience how many friends Tivoli has, how deep those friendships and how broad those friendships are. We got love and support from throughout the state, county, and we appreciate that so much. Congratulations on 100 years, Tivoli.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us in a nice round of applause to the all-volunteer Tivoli Fire Department celebrating 100 years of volunteer service. Tom Chrissy. Ladies and gentlemen, following that, led by the professional musicians of Orange County at the Unionville Fire Department, we now know that's the 74th annual convention. Did you know that? The Unionville Fire Department musicians. It's gonna be a long, long parade. Read what it says. Well, I hope you all join us in polling next year for the 74th Annual Dutchess County Volunteer Firefighters Convention. It will someday be in Newsville. I'm just reading what it says. Nice round of applause for the Ancient Order of Hibernians. They are leading our good friends and neighbors at the all-volunteer Rhinebeck Fire Department. The Rhinebeck Fire Department is led by Chief Kyle Amy, and you'll see the 1999 E1 ladder. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the Ancient Order of Hibernians leading the Rhinebeck Fire Department. Fire Department led by Chief Kyle Amy. You'll see the 1999 E1 ladder. All of these fire departments served by volunteers. If you're looking for something that you can do to give back to the community, each department, of course, needs new volunteers. And if you don't think you have the time, you may have some of the resources. And of course, they not only function based on support from communities, but also generous contributions that our friends have needed. Ladies and gentlemen, our fire department is followed by our friends, deputies of the Milan Fire Department. The Milan Fire Department, you see today 4831, this is a 2013 Pierce, along with 4812, a 1999 Mac E1. Chief Officer, the elite for today is Rob Mister. Ladies and gentlemen, John Walker, Frank Milan Fire Department. Up on Route 9, here to move the Red Hook, our friends to the south from the Hillside Fire Department. The Hillside Fire Department is led by Dennis McGuire. You'll see their 2009 Ford Pumper Tanker. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the all-volunteer Hillside Fire Department led by Dennis McGuire. Fun fact, Robert, Dennis McGuire was once supervisor in the town of Rhinebeck. Also, Craig Gradley was one of the emergency responders in the immediate aftermath of September 11th. From Rhinebeck, New York, it's Edson Drum Corps. We're grateful to have you joining us today. If my notes are right, so far they've been mostly right. They're leading the Rhinecliff Fire Department. The Rhinecliff Fire Department is led by Rich Kip. You'll see today their Ford E350 2006 and their 2012 Ford F550. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rhinecliff Fire Department. Round of applause for the volunteers of the Red Hook Fire Department, led today by Rich Kip. Again, a number of their vehicles are joining us. The 2006 Ford E350 and their 2012 Ford F550. Hey Robert, fun fact. The Kingston-Rhinecliff Bridge is neither in Kingston nor Rhinecliff. Just saying. All good. I live in the sun. We're going to regret Butch Anderson being on vacation. Ladies and gentlemen, following our friends in Rhinecliff are our good friends in East Clinton, the East Clinton Volunteer Fire Department, led by Don Estes. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for our good friends at the East Clinton Volunteer Fire Department, led again by Don Estes. You'll see their 38 tanker truck. And of course, where's your Jeep? Is there a Jeep coming up the back? Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, following the beast from the east, where's Willie? It's behind him. Robert, fun fact, there's actually a children's book written about Willie the Jeep. What's the title of the book? Lee Willie. Willie and me. Willie. There it is. Willie. The little Jeep and the something fire truck. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends at East Clinton Fire Department, thanks for bringing Willie out. Of course, there is a book that you can purchase, I'm sure, online. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say on behalf of the Tivoli Fire Department, very, very grateful to the support and friendship of the Germantown Fire Department. So, following our friends in East Clinton is the Germantown Fire Department, led today by Mike Lawson. You'll see their 2013 Pierce Engine Rescue. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the Germantown Fire Department. But I can kick the hacky sack. We can tell you for our friends up north, the New Hackensack Fire Department's in the town of Wappinger. Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't show up. Glasgow is here. If you live in Tivoli, you can hear their siren. Ladies and gentlemen, the Glasgow Fire Company, led by Chief Mike Sasso III. You'll see it among their apparatus, the 2017 Rosenbauer. Can hear their siren from Tivoli. I know this one by Richie Howard Jr., First Lieutenant. And among their apparatus, you see the 2015 Spartan. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends in the All Volunteer Armenian Fire Department, led today by First Lieutenant Richie Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, the Westerly Fire Department, so we were all engaged. Nice to come down the road here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Westerly Fire Department led tonight by Frank Bauble. You'll see among their equipment, but the equipment here tonight, their 2016 E1 Rescue. We're all in a trance as they came down the road here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Millbrook Fire Department. Millbrook Fire Department led by Ted Bonus. Is that right? You'll see their 1930 C-grade engine. Ladies and gentlemen, the Millbrook Fire Department, in fact, just a few weeks ago, hosted their own annual carnival. Grateful to all of you. Here. All the way up from Long Island, New York. The Matatuck Fire Department, led by Chief Ed Rippers. You'll see him. Did I get that right? Nice job. What is it? Ritberg. Thank you. No, thank you for coming on up. The Matatuck Fire Department, beautiful little place on Long Island. Among your apparatus, 8631, the Chief's truck, the 1940 B rig, which is a Ford, the 2006 Ford E350, and of course the ladies from the Matatuck Auxiliary. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today, the Matatuck Fire Department from Long Island, New York. Hey Robert, more professional musicians from Orange County leading our friends from the Pleasant Valley Fire Department. The Pleasant Valley Fire Department is led today by Chief Jeff Hickman. On the vehicle. Along with the 2017, I'm hoping to have and the 2019 Chiefs vehicle, give or take. Our friends from the Pleasant Valley Fire Department. So the Pleasant Valley Fire Department Rescue 5655 responding to over 200 alarms. The final ladies and gentlemen, the Celtic Cross. They are leading tonight the East Fishkill Fire Department, led by Michael Gallo. Action. That's a pretty car. I know this will surprise you, but there are more professional musicians from Orange County. How many are there? Led by Chief Jeff Renahan, Engine Company number 1. Hamburg Engine Company number 1. Led this evening by the professional musicians of Orange County. You'll see their 2019 Chiefs car vehicle, their Chevy Tahoe, along with the 2015 Seagrave. Now, is there a truck right there? Again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, these fire departments all volunteer. They rely on generosity, volunteers, praise, men and women, up at all hours of the night. If you yourself think that you want to give back a little bit to the community, there's always an opportunity to volunteer. Reach out to your local fire department. You can also contact the Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response to connect you with one of the many local fire departments throughout Dutchess County. And if you don't have time to volunteer, you may have the means to donate. And all of these companies rely on a great deal of support from the community. So if you have it within yourselves to be able to do that, please reach out to your local fire department. Of course, the association can help you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beekman Fire Department, led by Greg Rayburn. Grateful for their service, all volunteer. Beekman Fire Department, along with their 2001 E1 Quint. Fire Department, led by Chief Joe Dingy. Ladies and gentlemen, the J.H. Ketchum Fire Department from Dover, New York, along with the 2010 E1. Ladies and gentlemen, all volunteer from Dover, New York. And that guy from the Sheriff's Office. Jay Griffin, somebody tell Jay he's going backwards. Ladies and gentlemen, the J.H. Ketchum Fire Company from Dover, New York, very close to Connecticut, but led by the Danbury Drum Corps. We're going to take a break now. You all go home. Come back in 2 minutes. Fire Company's led by Chief Bill McDermott, along with the 2017 KME. Ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause for the East Kingston Fire Department. They hustled on over from Kingston, New York. Kingston is, in fact, the first capital of the state of New York. Thank you. Fun fact goes to Joel Griffin. Jonah, it was none of our relatives that burned the place down, I can tell you that. We have a small gap, Robert. You want to fill it?
Well, we have a little gap here, folks, and this will be a good time to remind you that the volunteer firefighters' work is never done. We've lost a couple companies here in the last minute, which has been a long time around. In the town of Untitled, yesterday we had a big party here. Everybody included the rest of the route 9 as well.
For those of you who follow the fire department parade, you'll have seen Anna Scott's play for many, many years. Scott played many times here when you're with us, so we'll learn it there. Because tonight, the Amber Scott Highland Pipe Band is leading, I hope, the Roosevelt Fire Department. Yes? Yes. Tonight by Assistant Chief Jeff Scala, along with the 1996 E1 Rescue and their 2016 E1 engine. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from the all-volunteer Roosevelt Fire District. Tonight by Lieutenant Anthony Sarvis. See here with them tonight, their 2010 Kenworth tanker. Again, the Millerton Fire Company from Millerton, New York. Following closely, but not too closely to them, the Stanford Fire Department. Stanford, New York, Stanfordville, New York. Stanford Fire Company led tonight by Robert Stram. You see above their vehicle. It's just two. Robert Stram. And it's a beautiful 1998 Fierce Responder from Stanford, New York. And we're grateful you're here with us. Introducing you here tonight is from the Maywood Boy Scouts. Maywood Boy Scouts leading the Cartier Fire Department tonight. friends from the Plattekill Fire Department. Plattekill is a big fire department. Please tell me. Yes, the Wasatch Fire Company. Led by Mark Christensen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wasatch Fire Company, Eastern New York, Eastern Dutchess, New York. The town of Amenia. You'll see among their apparatus, their 2015 GMC Chief's vehicle, along with 2013 International Firematic. Now that's a truck. Russell, is Russell driving? Wassaic, New York, in the town of Amenia. Following Wassaic tonight is the Taconic Fire Company, Taconic Fire Company number 1, led by First Assistant Chief Don Coons. It's the beast from the further east. Taconic Fire Company, you'll see him from the apparatus tonight. In 1998, he won to rescue a vehicle. Very grateful to our friends from Taconic, New York. Fun fact, the Taconic fire truck that you're seeing at this very moment used to be owned by New Hackensack. They sold them to them for $1. No, maybe a little more than $1. $2.50. Triple Bush Roseville. Lionsville Fire Department. Established in 1952. Led by Bob. What's that? I'm reading the sign. I know how to read. Where's Bob? Newell? Newell. Newell. Junior. Thanks for coming on over. In 2010, you'll see this. Since 1775, and they're leading the Unionville Fire Department. What you do is smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, past Chief Dave Pina leading the Unionville Fire Department. Very grateful to all of you. Chester Hose Pullers. And of course, following them is the Dutchess County Fire Investigation Division, the fire investigation team responsible for source and origin investigations of all fires throughout Dutchess County. It's made up of a number of volunteer members and others from law enforcement and first responders. Following them, of course, our friends in the Chester Hose Pullers. By Butch Harrison, the president. You see a number of vehicles, including the 1977 Ford Pierce pumper, their 1969 Orange pumper, and the 1981 Mack pumper, along with the 1981 Peter Perch 75 football ladder truck from 1985, American LaFrance. As we conclude the 73rd annual, the 74th will currently be held in New York next year, ladies and gentlemen. All volunteer firefighters from across Dutchess and beyond. How about a nice round of applause for all of them? We hope to see you at the Red Hook Firehouse to celebrate 100 years of volunteer service by the Tivoli Fire Department and the Red Hook Fire Company. Hey, how are you? And to close, the Red Hook Police Department. Red Hook Police Department. Fun fact. That's the end.
I'll text you later. Okay. Mom. Look at that. Look and see the wheels on the back. You can should be behind this one.
Hey folks, like Mark said, once all those rigs get to the firehouse, large party starts at 3, 5, 1, old. Fireworks